Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I welcome you all for the daily reading session. So we'll get started. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. So those who wants to read, please raise your hand. I think we should start from this section. Yeah, Ashwin Prabhu, you can start. Ashwin Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, we start from here.
Okay. Dr. Singh, the problem with the world is that practically everyone is thinking only in terms of his own circumstances, and that is nonsense. Student, someone who has never gone out of his village thinks that his village is the whole world. Srila Prabhupada, yes, the frog is always thinking in terms relative to his will. He has no power to think otherwise. The ocean is great, but he is thinking of the ocean's greatness in terms relative to his own greatness. Similarly, God is great, but we are thinking of God in terms of relative greatness, greatness relative to our own. There are certain insects that are born at night and they grow, bear offspring, and die, all before daybreak. They never see the morning. So, if they conclude that there is no morning, that is nonsense. In the same way, as soon as we hear from the Shastras, revealed scriptures, that Brahma's duration of life is equivalent to millions of our years, we do not believe it. We say, how can it be? But Bhagavad Gita 8.17 says, Sagasra Yuga Paryantam Agar Yat Brahmano Vido. 4 million 4.3 million Earth years equal Brahma's 12 hours. Even a leading Indian politician who was known as a great scholar of Gita could not accept this information. He said it is mental speculation, such a rascal. Yet he is posing as an important scholar. This is the problem. Rascals and fools are passing us scholars, scientists, and philosophers, and therefore the whole world is being misguided.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, so here Prabhupada is giving a very relatable conversation. So where also we saw the frog philosophy. So one who is not able to think beyond his relativity, so they cannot understand the greatness of all the things which are mentioned in the scriptures. So Prabhupada is mentioning, yeah, so God is great, and what we are trying to do is we're thinking with our experience that we have, and then we're only seeing God in terms of our relativity. And then we're thinking, okay, is God greater than me or he's similar to me? So this kind of things is not really going to help us to understand the Lord. And Prabhupada is also giving this beautiful example. So there are certain insects which are born during the night and they just roam around this tube light or whatever, and then they produce offsprings and they also die within that day. They don't even see the sunlight. So just because they're not able to see the sunlight, it doesn't mean that there is no sun or there is no day. So this is the kind of situation that we're all in, most of the people that we see. And probably also giving the so-called scholars or great politicians who also read Shastra, they themselves are saying, so this is just some kind of speculation. So it is not real. And so if we don't have faith, then how can you understand the Supreme Lord? So this is what is happening in the name of science. So we can get High Prabhu. You can continue.
Hare Krishna. The second morning walk, Darwinism extinct. Srila Prabhupada, the material world is a composition of three qualities, sattva, rajas, tamas, goodness, passion, and ignorance, which are working everywhere. These three qualities are present in various proportions in all species of life. For example, some trees produce nice fruit, while others are simply meant for fuel. This is due to the association of a particular qualities of nature. Among animals also, these three qualities are present. The cow is in the quality of a goodness, the lion is passion, the monkey is monkey in ignorance. According to Darwin, Darwin's father is a monkey. He was theorized foolishly.
Yeah, so here, so Prabhupada is giving, so quoting from Bhagavad Gita, so where everything in this world is based on these three gunas. So there is like the three colors like RGB, and so depending on the percentage of the Sattva, Raja, and Tamo guna, so there are different kinds of species, like we have 8.4 million species. And Prabhupada is giving examples even in the trees. So there are different trees producing, so different, yeah, some are producing fruit, some are not, just meant for fuel. So in the same way, even there are three different kinds of, I mean, animals in three different nature, like cow in goodness, lion in passion, and monkey in ignorance. And Prabhupada is subtly making fun, like how, so Darwin's father is a monkey, because his theory is we all came from a monkey or an ape. So yeah, we'll see further our Prabhupada is mentioning. Yeah, you can continue, Hai Guru Prabhu.
Yes, sir. Dr. Singh, Darwin has said that some species become extinct in the struggle for survival. Those which are capable of surviving will survive, but those which are not will become extinct. So he says survival and extinction go side by side. Srila Prabhupada, nothing is extinct. The monkey is not extinct. Darwin's immediate forefather, the monkey, is still existing. Karandara. Darwin said there must be a natural selection, but selection means choice. So who is choosing? Srila Prabhupada. That must be a person. Who is allowing someone to survive and someone to be killed? There must be some authority with the discretion to give such an order. That is our first proposition. Who that authority is explained in Bhagavad Gita 9.10. Krishna says, Maya Dakshena Prakritihi, nature is working under my supervision. Dr. Singh, Darwin also says that the different species were not created simultaneously but evolved gradually. Srila Prabhupada, then what is his explanation for how the process of evolution began? Karandara. Modern proponents of Darwinism say that the first living organism was created chemically. Srila Prabhupada. And I say to them, if life originated from chemicals and if your science is so advanced, then why can't you create life biochemically in your laboratories?
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhupada.
So again, so beautiful. Prabhupada is really making us think. So he's asking very nice questions so that we can also really think from this perspective. So here, Dr. Singh is saying so about how certain species are getting extinct, and that is how we are gradually evolving. So different species are evolving. But Prabhupada is challenging nothing is extinct. So if man is coming from monkey, so why monkey is still there? So or else why man is not again coming from monkey now? We never saw a man coming from monkey. And when he's also mentioning, Karandara is mentioning that, yeah, there is a natural selection process. So who is choosing that? So that is what Prabhupada is making us think. So there should be some person behind it. And so Prabhupada is quoting this verse from 9.10. So where everything in this nature is working under the supervision of Krishna, Maya Dakshina Prakriti, Suvite Sacharacharam. So, and the explanation of the scientist is that different species are created in a different time span. Everything is not coming simultaneously, but gradually evolved. So, but Prabhupada is further challenging. So, if it is coming from chemical, and why are we not able to produce that in the laboratory? So, we have all the chemicals. We know the chemical composition of the body, but why is it not possible for the scientist to create now? So, Prabhupada is really challenging. So, yeah, we'll go further. So, in the future. So, that is the next section. Uh, yeah. So, Revati Mataji, you can continue.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Karandara, they say they will create life in the future. Srila Prabhupada, what future when this crucial point is raised? They reply, we shall do it in the future. Why in the future? That is nonsense. Trust no future, however pleasant. If they are so advanced, they must demonstrate now how life can be created from chemicals. Otherwise, what is the meaning of their advancement? They are talking nonsense. Karandara, they say that they are
Let
right
the
on the,
AC be on.
they say that they are right on the verge of creating life. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Matri, we'll discuss here. So here, Prabhupada is mentioning how the scientists give always the lame excuse that, yeah, we'll do it in future. So we're almost at the verge of creation. So whenever there's a critical point, so this is what we always see. Yeah, we're almost there, but yeah, we are. Okay, so we'll do it in the future. So how can we trust when they're not able to show now? So that is what Prabhupada is really giving that perspective. So if you're not able to demonstrate now, so what is the meaning of advancement? So they're all talking nonsense. So what is the verge? So if you see, this book was written almost 50 years back. So still, that's why Prabhupada is really challenging. So 50 years later, still they have not proved that life could be created from the chemicals. So that's why Prabhupada is really, yeah, pushing so hard, hitting so hard. Mataji, can continue.
Srila Prabhupada, that's only a
Srila
different
Prabhupada.
way of saying the same thing. In the future, the scientists must admit that they still do not know the origin of life. Their claim that they will soon prove a chemical origin of life is something like paying someone with a post-dated check. Suppose I give you a post-dated check for $10,000, but I actually have no money. What is the value of that check? Scientists are claiming that their science is wonderful, but when a practical example is wanted, they say they will provide it in the future. Suppose I say that I possess millions of dollars, and when you ask me for some money, I say, yes, I will now give you a big post-dated check. Is that all right? If you are intelligent, you will reply, at present, give me at least $5 in cash so I can see something tangible. Similarly, the scientists cannot produce even a single blade of grass in their laboratories, yet they are claiming that life is produced from chemicals. What is this nonsense? Is no one questioning this?
Yeah.
Shall I
Okay,
continue?
Mataji. So yeah, we'll discuss still here. So see how Prabhupada is gradually building up and challenging the way the scientists are actually doing. So they admit that they still don't know the. So okay, Prabhupada is actually telling. So they must admit that they don't know the origin of life. So Prabhupada is giving a very relatable example, because if someone is giving us a post-dated check for $10,000, and if there is no money, and they say, okay, I'll earn money in future, so it doesn't have any value. And Prabhupada is giving one more situation. So okay, maybe I'm going to possess millions of dollars, but at least give me $5. So there should be some feeling that, okay, I'm in the right direction. So they're not able to do even a small. They're not able to give a small proof, but they talk about huge things. So how can this be real? And what happened to all the intelligence of the people? And that's why Prabhupada is also asking, why is no one questioning this? So when they're not able to produce even a simple blade of grass by studying the composition of the blade of grass, just put all the chemicals together, they're not even able to try a small thing. And then they're talking about a huge, we can create even life, and we can even eternally exist. Even now we see those kind of discussions. The digital twin and all those things. So what is the purpose? So when they're not able to create, so why are we posting so much about it? So Puja Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Karandhara, they say that life is produced by chemical laws.
Are you not able to see the next page?
No. Yeah, now I can see. Srila Prabhupada, as soon as there is a law, we must take into consideration that someone made the law. Despite all their so-called advancement, the scientists is in their laboratories cannot produce even a blade of grass. What kind of scientists are they? Dr. Singh, they say that in the ultimate analysis, everything came from matter. Living matter came from non-living matter. Srila Prabhupada, then where is this living matter coming from now? Do the scientists say that life came from matter in the past, but does not at the present? Where is the ant coming from now? From the dirt? the missing link.
Yeah, so we'll discuss still here. So here again, there's a discussion like life is produced by chemical laws. So again, Prabhupada is saying, so who made this law? So if there is a law, there should be someone who is a lawmaker. So again, Prabhupada is coming to the point where Lord is actually in the control, right? So despite whatever we do medically and scientifically, so we're not able to make anything which is really tangible and has consciousness. So, and further when it's mentioned about, yeah, living matter is coming from non-living matter. So Prabhupada is again challenging, right? So where is that living matter coming from now? So what is the source? So how can something which is non-living produce a living thing? And why is it that it is not happening now? And where is and coming from? So all these things Prabhupada is really trying to make us think. So he's asking very nice questions so that we really contemplate on this aspect, because this is how we see in the scientific world everything is so rosy, and then we say, yeah, we have done so much, and but ultimately we're only trying to do something which is on a material platform. Yeah, so no one else has raised the hand. Maybe Puja Mataji, you can continue the missing link.
Okay. Dr. Singh, in fact, there are several theories explaining how life originated from matter, how living matter came from the non-living. Srila Prabhupada, casting Dr. Singh in the role of a materialistic scientist. All right, scientist, why is life not coming from matter now? You rascal, why isn't life coming from matter now? Actually, such scientists are rascals. They childishly say that life came from matter, although they are not at all able to prove it. Our Krishna consciousness movement should expose all these rascals. They are only bluffing. Why don't they create life immediately? In the past, they say life arose from matter, and they say that this will happen again in the future. They even say that they will create life from matter. What kind of what kind of theory is this? They have already commented that life began from matter. This refers to the past began. Then why do they now speak of the future? Is it not contradictory? They are expecting the past to occur in the future. This is childish nonsense. Nonsense.
Yeah. So again here, so it's the same discussion that is continuing. So where we are saying that life is not coming from matter now. So Prabhupada is mentioning, so in the past, life came from matter, but again we're claiming that life will come in future, but why it is not happening now? So something, yeah. So Prabhupada is very confidently challenging them. So it's very tricky. So they're saying confidently, yeah, it came from matter, but it also come from matter, but right now, yeah. So there is no idea. So, oh, sorry, I'm shifting the screens. Yeah. So this he's telling this all nonsensical theory, and so we're just hearing those theories, and then we're not really so contemplating on the reality. So Prabhupada is okay. We read till here, right? We have to continue. Srinidhi Mataji. So what is this nonsense? So you can start from here.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada, what is this nonsense? If they cannot prove that life arises from matter in the present, how do they know life arose in this way in the past? Dr. Singh, they are assuming. Srila Prabhupada, everyone can assume, but this is science. Everyone can assume something. You can assume something, I can assume something, but there must be proof. We can prove that life arises from life. For example, a father begets a child. The father is living and the child is living. But where is there proof that a father can be a death stone? Where is there proof? We can easily prove that life begins from life. And the original life is Krishna. That also can be proven. But what evidence exists that a child is born of stone? They cannot actually prove that life comes from matter. they are leaving that aside for the future after.
So here Prabhupada is
continue.
also giving, yeah, we'll discuss Mataji. It's time now, so we'll discuss this and we can stop. So yeah, so here Prabhupada is telling, so while Dr. Singh is saying they're assuming that, yeah, this is coming from a matter, but Prabhupada is telling, so anyone can assume, but this is not science, because science is we need proof. So, but why are they not showing any proof? So one can assume, but there must be some proof. So Prabhupada is also giving a very, yeah, real example. So how we can prove that life comes from life. So it's giving how, like how a father is living, and when the father begets a child, the child is also living. So child is not coming from something which is dead matter, right? So in the same way, so it's Prabhupada also telling we can prove that. So Krishna is the origin of all the life. But then, so can scientists prove that life actually comes from matter? So because we don't see any child born of some dead matter. So and then the actual point is actually put aside for the future. So this is how we see most of the arguments are, especially when even in the world of science. So any theory that we create, so not only about life, so Big Bang theory or Darwin's theory. So we really don't have a proof. It is based on the hypothesis, and we don't have any proof. So uh, we'll stop here. So just because we're talking so much of science and where there is so much of gaps in the real understanding of science, so we can all contemplate. So how we felt about science. So because most of the times when something is told in the name of science, we blindly accept. So is it right? And when it comes to scriptures, we really challenge. So you can share your thoughts. So why is that why is that I was able to blindly accept science, but when there is real proof, so and scriptures are meant to be really accepted, so I have my reservations. So what is that gives me so much faith on science with this discussion so far, which Prabhupada is mentioning. So let us contemplate and see so how we look science going forward. Maybe I'll share Vishal Prabhu. So yeah, we can stop here. So thank you everyone for joining. So we'll continue tomorrow. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Thank you so much.